Hey guys, how are you? Getting ready to do some shrimp and lobster white wine Alfredo. Running a few minutes behind. I posted earlier that I'll be doing this at 8 o'clock tonight. Simple dish, super easy prep. Ingredients right here in your local store, wherever you guys are living. You can get all this stuff. Easy, but fantastic recipe. Fantastic, absolutely delicious. If you ever have leftover bruschetta, when I get to the tomato pot, that's definitely something that you would like to add to this dish to give it to even some more flavor, adding the bruschetta to it. But real quick, all we're going to do is we're going to start off with a lobster tail. Oh, by the way, guys, thank you so much for voting. There's a link at the top of the page for favorite chef. I think we have 1 day left. I've already made it past the first round. This is the end of the second round. So if you guys get the chance to vote, please vote. And then we get into the next round, and I think they only take the top 5 of each region for the top chef. So thank you so much for all your votes, and you can vote free each day. All right, so anyway, get yourself a lobster tail. And this lobster tail you can actually use as 2 portions, unless you're doing this for you and a significant other or a friend, whatever. Do a lobster tail each. It's going to cost you around 25 bucks for 2 lobster tails. They're usually, the small ones are about 8 ounces. You can get this for about $14, anywhere from $13 to $16, or a pack of 2 for $25, depending on where you go. So what I would do is I would use this, cut it in half, and make it into 2 dishes. But right now we're going to use the whole thing into this 1 dish. So I hope you guys can see this okay. What I'm doing, we're just going to split the lobster, take out the meat, and we're going to saute this with our shrimp. So I have some peeled, already deveined tail-off shrimp. About 16-20 is the size, which means 16 to 20 shrimp per pound. So what we're going to do is I have 2 separate boards, obviously. One for my raw, 2 separate cutting boards. One for my raw stuff, and then for my veg, which we're going to be adding. So this is, again, this is a 15-minute dish. The toughest part is getting the pasta cooked off. That takes 10 minutes. This would be done by the time your pasta's cooked. Fortunately, I've already got some pasta ready. What's up, Larry? Desiree, how are you? How's everybody doing tonight? Michael, what's up, Mendez? Kimberly? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this lobster. Be careful of your fingers. Make sure you hold it. Super easy to split down the middle. Especially those of you that have had lobster. Look how easy that is. It's going to pop right out of the shell. If you want to cook it first, you can, but we're going to saute this up in the oil. And take it right out of the shell. Look how easy that comes out. Super easy. Done. Beautiful piece of lobster meat. We're going to take that, we're going to cut this up a little bit into little chunks. Now, if you wanted to be really creative, you could take this lobster tail, boil it, and then it's going to get that nice red color, and use this lobster tail as a garnish to really make that plate upscale, especially if you're really trying to impress somebody, you have it for a girl or whatever, or for you young ladies that want to surprise the gentleman. You can use that, split that in half, put it on top of the dish. It looks beautiful. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to throw this away. All right, so we're going to cut this up a little bit. I cut it up into 4 chunks. And then we're going to just cut our shrimp. I'm going to cut my shrimp in half. It's going to be a nice meaty dish. This is about a $50 dish minimum in a restaurant, especially if you're using an 8-ounce lobster tail. Because you got your heavy cream that's going in it. We got our olive oil, basil, parsley, tomato. $15 going into this dish just in the lobster. So that's why you would cut that in half to make it like a $30, $35 dish. But if you do it at home, $50 is going to feed 2 people, and it's going to be a beautiful meal. And of course, you're putting white wine in it. All right, so I got all my shrimp cut in half. You don't have to cut the shrimp in half, but this way it just adds more to the dish, especially when you start mixing in the pasta and toss it all around. All right, so that's done. I'm going to rinse my hands off here. So how is everybody doing? Everybody having a great night, I hope? All right, so we're going to get our saute pan warm. We're going to add some olive oil. Just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. Can you see the... Make sure you guys can see that okay. Turn this a little bit. You see that better? Right there's better for you guys. All right, so we're going to turn this one on. Shut this one off so you can see better. All right, so you're going to coat bottom of your pan with olive oil. I've already have some chopped up garlic. You can never add too much garlic, especially if you love garlic, you love Italian, Tuscan. Garlic is just, no matter what kind of cooking you're doing, garlic is just amazing. Then we're going to add some salt and pepper. Of course, I'm using my seasoning, which if you guys ever want to purchase some of that from me, you can. All right, so we got my seasoning in there. We're going to dice up some tomato. Remember, you can put as much as you want in. And the seasoning, start off light, taste test as the sauce is going. I've made this dish a million times, so I pretty much know how much I need in there, especially for my palate. Thank God. Thank you, Kimberly. I cannot stand electric. But it's good to learn on electric because you really have to control the heat. Because the heat, the way it goes up and down, will drive you absolutely nuts. You can cook on an electric stove, you can cook on anything. And I absolutely hate it. I'm going to dice up my tomato. The tomato is also going to give this dish a little bit of a pink tint. And then I'm going to add some fresh basil. The shrimp's going to cook up really quick in the lobster. I'm only going to add one basil leaf. I don't want to overpower the dish in basil. Remember, anytime you have like fresh oregano, rosemary, all those fresh ingredients are so much more potent than when you have that dry stuff. You have to almost add double to get that flavor that you're looking for. Like one basil leaf is completely perfect for this dish. We're going to roll that. Every time I mess with the basil now, I think of my father. I don't know if you guys have seen that video on YouTube yet, but he is a nut. We cut it into little strips. When we toss our pasta in, it's going to look beautiful. You're going to get that nice red, white, and green. Got our fresh basil in there. Add the lobster and the shrimp. Got another knife over here. We're going to saute this up. Going to add just a dash of oregano, just a dash. Now, if you think about it, when I told you guys about the bruschetta, if you guys know what's in bruschetta, the only thing I'm missing out of the bruschetta in here pretty much is the red onion. Because in fresh bruschetta, you have your dried oregano, fresh basil, tomato, garlic, olive oil, and red onion. Mixed it around, let it sit and marinate together. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So we pretty much almost have a bruschetta except for without the onion. And the flavor it adds to the dish is just fantastic. I need to grab us a lemon. Not only do you want to add some lemon juice to it, but you also want to garnish with a lemon wheel on the top. Make it look pretty. Unless you're using that lobster tail, you can use the lobster tail and add this in there. You can make it look absolutely awesome. Boy, do I love these stoves. All right, I need a set of tongs. This is cooking up really quick. High heat. Already starting to turn pink. Look at that already. It's going to start sticking to the bottom of the pan. There's going to be a lot of goodness stuck on the bottom of the pan from all this stuff. And then what we're going to do is we're going to deglaze, which means bring that up off the bottom of the pan with our white wine and then hit it with a squirt of the lemon juice. We're just about there. We're going to cut this lemon. And when you cut your lemon to use as a garnish, you're going to cut a nice thin slice and split it from the middle down, and then you'll get that nice little fold that you see in the restaurants, what we do. Super simple. And then we got some fresh parsley that we're going to use. Just for more color. It smells beautiful in here already. I haven't even added the wine in it. Just about there. Have you guys ever tried this dish before? Wait till you try it at home. You're absolutely going to love it. All right, so now we're going to add about a quarter cup of white wine. we're going to add some lemon juice. Fresh lemon juice. Now the aromas are really starting to grow. All right, we're going to let that cook, let the alcohol cook off. So we're going to bring that back to a boil, if you will. Alcohol is going to be gone. You're just going to have the flavor from the wine. And then we're going to add our heavy cream. And then we'll add the pasta. Of course, we're going to use fettuccine since it's an Alfredo. But of course, you can use any type of pasta that you like. And how in the world do I have a low battery? I've had this sucker charging forever. You're going to use about, because we put a 1/4 cup of wine in there, you're not going to need to add a full cup of heavy cream. You want to do about 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream, or else it'll be too watery. Remember, all these ingredients, if you guys need a recipe list or you want all the ingredients, just let me know. Give me a call, which I have people calling me all the time, and I'll tell you exactly what it is you need, how much to use, or you can just watch this video. Super easy. Again, what is this? We've been on for about 10 minutes now. So far, 10 minutes, and we're pretty much almost done. Now it's just to let this reduce so it starts to thicken. We're going to add our cheese and pasta. Boom, we're done. And then we garnish and serve. Let me add my pasta. I don't have any hot water on. My pasta's already cooked. So what I'm going to do is, as the heavy cream is heating up, it's going to heat my pasta. My pasta's already cooked perfectly to al dente, which is to the bite. You don't want mushy pasta. You want to have some texture to your pasta. You want to feel like you're biting into something, like biting into steak, if you will. Should not be mushy. So with this, what's going to happen here, as this heats up and thickens, by the time the sauce is ready, the pasta's going to be at temp, everything's going to be done. It's going to be a beautiful thing in 15 minutes. Using stuff you can get right at your local grocery store, no matter where you are on the planet. Okay, we're going to let that reduce. Throw this over here. Just about done. Let me get some Romano in there. Parmesan, Romano, whatever you want to use. Get that cheese in there. That's also going to help thicken it. Move this out of the way, and let me get a dish out of here. Almost done already. You stir this up a little bit. Obviously at home you don't want to be sliding the pan around. Actually I have a table coming in, so when I do these, it's going to be a much better setup when I do these live videos for you guys. You be what? Is my new gangster name? Ricky Salvetti, how you doing, brother? My brother from West Virginia. Actually, if you guys remember, and once I get the pizzeria open again, I have a pie called the Velvety Greek pie, because I love a Greek pie. And then Ricky, my brother, that's on here, he came up with the idea of adding the, I can't remember what he told me, the Kalamata olives or whatever it was to it. So that's why I call it Velvety's Greek pie. Him and I go back years and years. We used to box together. We used to train together all the time. He's another excellent chef. All right, so everything's thickening up. Sticking it up nicely. The pasta's just about at temp. Super easy. Well, come on over and get some, Larry. And remember, I can't tell you guys where I'm at. I'm in a top secret location. In my test kitchen. My food lab, if you will. I think I hear a helicopter flying above me. Gonna have to hide that garlic. Oh, not on the meat. All right, just about ready. All right, so we started the video at 10 after 8. Exactly 15 minutes. We're gonna taste test this sauce. Make sure our seasonings are right. You always want to taste test as you go through. Look at that. It's a beautiful thing. Oh my gosh. Guys. You can taste the lobster, the shrimp, right in the sauce, the tomato, the basil, the oregano. It is absolutely amazing. Wait till you try this one. You can do this with lump crab meat. You can make the sauce any which way you want and add whatever protein you want. But I like doing the white wine lemon Alfredo. Oh, with seafood, of course. I'm going to take this, put this right on our plate. Don't waste anything. Put this in my sink. Add a little bit of fresh parsley to the top, Italian parsley. Gonna add the lemon wheel. A little more cheese for garnish. Shut this off. And there you go, shrimp and lobster, white wine Alfredo in 15 minutes from scratch. Everything right at your local grocery store. You saw everything that I used. Guys, thank you so much. Mushy Tarantino. Where did you get that word from, mushy? What does it even mean? Anyway, guys, thank you so much to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to the page. It helps me do these videos. If you're interested in helping, go to support now. Not only does it help us with doing these videos and purchasing product to teach you guys how to cook these dishes, but it also helps us, helps you receive discounts on all the services that Tarantino's has to offer. And we have some secrets that we're working on, and more to come on those. You know me, I'm always working on something. I always have a plan. Always have a plan. And it's thanks to you guys loving the food and sharing everything. And thank you so much for your votes. I can see everybody that's voting every day. Thank you so much for voting for that favorite chef. Any questions, please feel free to contact me, private message me on any questions that you might have. I love food, and I'm so glad you guys enjoy watching these videos. Those of you that are watching on YouTube, make sure you check out Tarantino's on Facebook. Live videos all the time. Same thing with you on Instagram. I'm Celebrity Chef Joe Tarantino on Instagram, Chef Joe Tarantino on YouTube. And I forget what I am on TikTok, but you'll be able to find it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for sharing, liking, subscribing, supporting, all that good stuff. You guys need anything, you know where to reach me. I love y'all. God bless.